Okay.
So, it occurs to me, I haven't done V's accent for so long, I've forgotten how to do it.
I mean, you don't have to do it in character.
Yeah,
We're
answering questions standard. It's fine.
You know how long it's been since I got to do V's accent?
You can do it at any time you want. Like, there's no one stopping you.
I can't do it if it's not being recorded. That would be illegal.
I mean, we just do it where everyone else is just their normal human self, and we've just got V in the room.
The Australians take a very dim view to practicing the accent without it being recorded for training purposes.
Yep.
True story.
But you aren't Australian.
Huh? No, that's a Vesk accent.
Yeah.
Space Australian.
Space Australian.
Go Space Broncos.
Anyway.
Right, yeah.
So, this is I guess you could call it a drift session, where we'll do like a questions and answers for the Cosmopunk crew.
Yeah.
We've got a big, long list of them in this here Discord room, and we're going to go over them one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yes.
Now I have to think of answers.
Yes.
Good times.
Dave from Basingstoke asks, what's up with Ryder's feet?
No one is asking that.
I'm asking that.
Everyone's asking that.
Oh,
yeah, we're allowed to ask each other questions as well.
Okay, fine. But the word feet is hereby vetoed.
Oh.
RJ from Croydon asks, what's up with the end of Ryder's legs?
Yeah.
Her ankles, they're fine.
Good gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with Ryder's paws?
Anyway.
We have real questions, guys.
We do have real questions. We have plenty.
We're just getting in the mood.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions. We got big brains.
Yeah, we've also got questions within those questions. So,
yeah,
no.
Let's question up.
yes. So let's start at the top here. So Leslie from Emergency Power Podcast asks, first of all, how did you all meet? How did
That's a
we
good
all meet?
question, Leslie from Emergency Power Podcast.
I don't remember.
Man, back in the heady days of 2003.
I think we've answered this one before.
Fucked if I remember.
Yeah, we've answered this one before, though.
How did I meet Pan? Pan, how did we meet?
I don't remember.
Fucked if I know. I'm pretty sure it involved the shop or Croydon Fur Meats or...
Yeah, probably like the shop or a meetup.
It was upon the field of battle.
One of those two. Something Croydon related. We live in the same town, so
yeah.
it was written at the start that we'd cross paths one day and become enemies. Yep. So it's fine.
Frenemies.
Shit, I know how it was. I know how it came to be Furs of Colour.
Was it? I feel like it was before
I think
then.
it was. I think it was Furs of Colour.
Were you living in the same town as me?
I mean, I haven't always lived in Croydon. I've lived in places that aren't Croydon, including Plymouth, Kilburn.
I don't believe you.
And actually, that's about it. It's Plymouth and Kilburn.
I have proof that you are lying.
I'm in Guildford.
You were conceived, born, and lived all your days in Croydon.
It may have been another zebra. They are famously well camouflaged.
Yeah.
But then I met Si online through appreciation of his art.
Yeah.
And then we all got to play a game together, and that was that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, we just sort of came together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ty and I met in 2003 on a little website called Planet Furry.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the hand grabbing the globe?
Don't remember,
that's like
honestly.
Funimation or something, actually.
Yeah.
I miss the old internet.
I do as well.
Are we going to edit this before we put it out?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we all just came to be.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, you know what? We all know each other. Actually, no, I think, because I have a vague memory of being invited to, like, Pam being like, hey, I want to play Starfinder with some people. Do you want to play Starfinder? And I was like, but Pam, what is Starfinder? And Pam was like, this is Starfinder. I was like, okay, I'm interested.
Yeah, we knew each other before that. That's why
We did
I
know
asked
each other
you.
before that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
It's not how did you start role-playing, it's
Yeah.
how you meet.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the next question.
Although, actually, wait, no, that's the point. Is the question...
RJ.
No,
shut
RJ,
up,
stop.
shut up. No.
No, you shut up.
That's the point. Is it how did you all meet, or how did your characters all meet?
No, it's obviously us.
It's obviously us.
Yeah.
What a...
The The people behind the characters.
Yes. There are character-related questions in here, but we have to get to them, and we won't do that.
What was that second question, Si? You were saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, next question from Leslie again is, what made you decide to start recording your games? And
RJ's terrible memory.
we've definitely answered this before as well, but just a refresher. I think it was your idea, Pan. I'm going to blame this all on you.
Yeah, no, I started taking notes. My desk is a mess. I've got no room for a notepad or anything. I don't like clacking the keys on a notepad on the computer. So I would just record sessions and then listen back to them later and go, oh, that guy. And then I just started sending them out. Then one day, Si put together the beginnings of what was eventually hydrophobia, sent it all to us as a fun thing. We were all like, oh, shit. We should do a podcast.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yes. And then I said, what's a podcast?
Yeah, it was also lockdown. We had
it was
no
also
time.
lockdown because we were all fucking bored out of our minds and had too much time.
We were all desperate
Yeah.
to be aliens in space doing some other shit.
Yep. And thus, Cosmopunk was born.
The best escapism.
And another one from Leslie. What made you decide to go with rotating GMs instead of a dedicated GM?
Because we all have characters and we all want to play our character, and one of us would have to kill off their character if they became the solid GM.
We have to kill them off.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, just not have them be in it. You don't have to. You don't have to murder everyone who isn't there.
Just make them a quest giver or something.
No, I was like, if we ever go to a fixed GM, it has to be through all our characters death matching, and the winner, or the first one to fall, is the one that has the GM.
What the fuck, dude?
Huh?
That's levels, RJ. Just levels of wrong.
When did this become Battle Royale?
Just
So-
now, when I invented this concept.
The main reason we have return GMs is, as RJ said, we have characters that we want to play who existed beforehand. And we find that it's fun as well because we're all on fairly the same wavelength in what we want from the story. Also, like the one thing I've learned, having played TTRPGs now for quite a while, pretty regularly, is that like everyone should be a GM for a bit, just so that you learn to understand the required effort and the thinking. So when you go back to being a player, you've got all this extra knowledge that you gained by helping your friends have more fun.
Yes.
So everyone should just do it anyway. Don't be scared. Literally, just consider it just one long role play, and your character is the world.
It's nice to know what it's like to be a character in somebody else's story, but it's also nice to be the story writer, I guess, as well. And once you've done that, you learn to appreciate what the story writer is trying to do when they put you in a certain situation or give you a certain person they want you to talk to or something like that.
The other thing that's occurred to me is all our games have been entirely bespoke. We've never done a campaign from Paizo's anything.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, we did start with we started with Against the Unthrone, which is where Outpost Z and all that came from.
Yeah, but that one was never recorded, and it's only.
I mean, that doesn't mean we didn't do it, dude.
Yeah, but it's never really alluded to in the campaign. Every one that we've recorded and turned into a podcast.
We live on Outpost Z.
It comes up in literally every campaign because that's where we start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or apparently you don't know what I mean.
Stop being wrong.
I'm not
Since the inception of the podcast, we've never done that. Is what you're saying, right?
Yes, every episode that we've actually produced as the podcast has been a bespoke campaign.
Yeah.
That's actually a good question for our listeners, is would you like to hear us do a Paizo campaign? And if so, which one?
Oh, yeah.
And who's going to run it?
And who's going to run it? Yeah. Come into our Discord and leave a comment in general chat.
Well, I know how we can decide which one of us runs it.
Deathmatch!
Deathmatch.
I just want to do a deathmatch because it'd be
Archie,
funny.
I'd break your legs. You don't want that.
Oh, come on. How is Bath going to break these legs?
Wait, are we having a death match or our character?
No, our characters, what the fuck? Obviously, I'd kill you all.
Okay.
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 Oh, go on.
Bath would still break your legs. She has psychic
It's
powers.
still pretty breakable.
Yes, so yes, okay, to apparently clarify, no, we are not going to murder each other in real life,
Right, okay.
because I'm quite fond of you.
You can be fond of me after I break your leg.
In this time playing together, I've grown quite attached to you all.
I think he'd be slightly less fond.
But
I mean, that's on you, really, to be more fond of me, despite your legs being broken.
I gotta say, our friendship, the way it is currently, if you broke my legs, that might drop you in the standing a couple points.
I mean, yeah, I'll say same.
yeah.
I'll say same. Listen, I hate to say it, but my legs are pretty important to me. Being able to walk and not being agonizing pain.
yeah.
You know, I feel that's something
I don't want to be known for my shattered kneecap.
How did we get to this subject?
What's the next?
You!
You!
No,
It was you, RJ!
it wasn't me.
Okay, next question. This is the last one from Leslie, actually. Which one of you is the best cook IRL?
I've
Sai.
only ever had Cypher's cooking, so I'd have to say Sai, because
It's
I have no
Sai.
other experience.
Yeah, I'm middling at best, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I burnt down a kitchen once.
Well, I mean, I do like to cook, and I like trying new things, and I made a beef Wellington last Christmas.
Exactly. You
See,
made
there you
something
go.
with ingredients.
Yes.
Okay, we can all do that, right, RJ?
You
can-
did a
can do
thing
that.
where you put stuff in a pan and cooked it.
Yeah.
If the ingredient is rice, then I'm well set. But
What about in terms of characters? Which of our characters is the best cook? Because I've wondered this.
Oh, Beth is canonically a terrible cook.
Radar. Because he's the only one who does it.
No, Beth is canonically a terrible cook. She just wants it to look nice and doesn't have any interest in what they taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
She makes beautiful
Yeah.
meals,
It looks great.
but they're inedible.
Yeah, you'll die.
but I think Bath would be best presentation. Radar would maybe be best tasting. Ryder would be
I
best
don't know,
seafood. And
Radar is like a consistent cook. I wouldn't like go so far as to say like he's even like a chef or anything. He just makes pies. He's just good at pies. That's his one thing.
okay, but pies are tasty.
Pies are tasty.
I wouldn't say Ryder's good at cooking at all. She grew up eating like synthetic sushi and pocky.
Probably junk food.
Junk food, yeah. Then again, she did go to university, so that she would
doesn't-
have.
That doesn't help.
Definitely not yesterday's noodles.
No. When you go to university, you learn life lessons because otherwise you starve.
Yeah, how to buy a 60p pack of
Yeah.
noodles and make it last.
I learned how to buy one bulk pack of pasta and eke it out for a year. That's
Yup.
not cooking.
I learned that if you get a job working for a pizza delivery company, you can just take home a pizza every night.
Oh, nice. That's
Maybe
tech.
that's
What? How good a cook is V?
Terrible. Vesk can eat raw meat, so they never need to cook.
Oh, okay.
Just because you can eat raw meat doesn't mean you just don't cook.
yes, and also you do live with other people.
Also, we
Yeah.
met Chunt, who literally ran a restaurant.
Oh,
yeah, but he's another mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whereas V's
They
like,
serve
well,
pizzas.
I don't need to learn how to cook. I can eat this dead animal. Eats dead animal. I'm sustenanced.
There's not many dead animals on Outpost Z, though.
Oh yeah, because V keeps eating them all.
This is why Ryder was terrified of V when they first met.
That is true. Like, Ryder thought V was going to eat them, so...
Yes,
Look like
well,
a sword.
because the Aslanti battleship guard basically threw Ryder in the same cell, thinking that Ryder would be devoured by V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
V made the noble choice not to.
Yeah. No, bringing us back on topic, best cook IRL, Cypher. Mm-hmm. Best character cook?
Radar, I guess.
Radar, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, by dint of everyone else being awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all you need to shine. Right.
Okay. Next question from Grumpus. If you had all the species that are now available in Starfinder back when you were first starting, what species would your character be? Would you have chosen something different? Would you still homebrew one? That's interesting.
I mean, there's a lot of new species now, but they literally introduced kobolds as a standard now, and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. So, kobolds, I guess. If only I had played this game this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely kobolds, for obvious reasons. They do have like lineages and stuff where you can still get the android stuff and like robotic parts and such. So it wouldn't be much different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this might be directed towards me with the whole Yosaki Brunari thing.
Oh, I thought it was directed towards Ty. With the whole...
Yeah.
Or Tai,
Whole
yeah.
homebrew...
And I will be honest. Right now, I'd play a Jack Bantrid. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
You're going to be the swole. You could have been the swole Bantrid.
Absolute swole Bantrid. We're playing like a luchador. It'd be so good. What could have been?
But yeah, I don't think I would have run Ryder as a Brunari if the Brunari had existed when I first created Ryder, because their stats just aren't that good.
Kind of
Yosaki
boring.
ones are great. Yeah, and they're kind of boring. They're good if you want...
Boring.
Yeah, especially if you're playing an operative, they are just literally designed to be... Yosaki operative is so obese, it's silly. Like, why would you not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of brings on to a point about envoys again, though, because it just feels like, even with all of the updates and the upgrades, it just feels like envoys are there to be murdered.
They're still, envoys really still don't have... I've looked at a couple, and I think if you're playing like a really social-heavy campaign, sure, maybe, but like the merest whiff of combat and you're folded like paper, it's just unnecessary.
If you're doing like a Star Trek Next Generation style campaign where you're all diplomats...
Like if you made a Brunari envoy, you'd be laughing. You'd also have 7 HP, so you'd be you're there to make sure everything goes smoothly. Ideally, your whole plan is hide behind the biggest player during all combats. But I just feel like the only thing envoy is really good for right now is just taking a 1 or 2 level dip. Gellem's good, upping being able to heal. Gellem gives every 1+1 against an enemy, and it's something else that can heal stamina.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only spells that can heal stamina, so it's like those
Just
are cool.
don't stub your toe.
Yeah, just don't trip over anything and shatter its glass.
Well, there we go.
Next one from...
half of us haven't answered that question yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
I thought you had already done so.
Wait, what would you have been instead of a vest then?
I would have been an uplifted polar bear.
Oh. Why?
Well, enjoy not having thumbs.
Uplifted polar bears have thumbs. It's part of the uplifting process.
Today, they just graft human thumbs onto their paws. Oh, that's horrid.
The way I understand it, the uplifting process just makes you an anthro bear.
The way I read it was you are just a bear you could just think and talk.
You're just smarter than the average bear, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Alejandro's an uplifted bear. He's just basically a dude.
Yeah.
He holds things and stuff. So
yeah,
I guess
I've seen him texting.
Right.
He's definitely got thumbs.
But why an uplifted bear over a Vesk? You miss out on the whole empire.
You miss out on the whole empire, but you get most of the strength advantages. You can still be a mechanic or a technomancer, and they look cool as fuck. They just
all right.
They do.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That being said, I mean, it just occurs to me I made a side uplifted bear character. Wait, Pan, you've met them. I played it in your campaign.
Yeah, I know. Gillen. I know the character. He's in my fucking game.
I just forgot the character exists, and then...
Wow. I mean, that's on you.
So you just port the character over to Starfinder.
Wow.
It's like, I'd have chosen an uplifted bear. Wait, I did do that.
Why are you yelling at me? That's on you.
Okay, is there anyone else silently sitting here waiting to answer this question?
Who hasn't said what? Radar, Ty, what would you have been if you weren't Slow Maltron?
Swamp Bantrid!
Oh, that was it, yeah. So,
what the hell is wrong with you?
I'm very, very tired.
RJ. It was just you. But an uplifted polar bear, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I will be adding bleeps to redacted information on this. But yeah, next one from Zellout. Similar question to Grumpus. If you could have changed your classes to any of the newer ones, what would you have changed them to?
I haven't actually looked at the new classes, so I don't actually know. Let me just do a quick Google search.
Chronomancer.
There's a few new ones. There's the
Chronomancer.
The Witch Warper, which is what became. So she's now like Witch Warper with a splash of mystic in there.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Honestly, I love operatives. They're so overpowered.
Yeah, operatives really don't need anything. If you want to stab things and not get stabbed, being an operative is pretty much your main course.
If you want to throw a curveball at a GM in a universe where everyone has got a laser gun, be the person with the sword.
Yeah, well, that's
just great.
Fucking Solarians are fun. I nearly went with the Solarian actually, but then I made a different character, a Solarian instead, to have more fun with it. They can go pretty hard, but they really need to it needs to be a long combat before anything happens because they have this thing where they basically gain power every turn.
Oh yeah, they're like a Lucario sort of thing.
Yeah. And if you want to do your big bang buster things, you got to wait until you're attuned 3 times, I believe. By which time, in a large enough party or smart enough party, the fight's over.
Yeah. What's the is it a species or a class? The one that explode when they hit 0 HP.
Oh, those little fire guys. I forgot they're called now. Hang on.
Novakin or something?
The special power is grenade.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, they're basically anthro bombs from Final Fantasy. The ones you fight them too long, they blow up.
Mm.
We're not talking about the sentient warhead, Ty. This is.
Yeah, no, I didn't think we were.
Okay.
You kids and your console
You sounded
games.
worried.
Oh,
No, I was very firmly out of my depth with these Final Fantasy references. We're just smiling and nodding.
I mean, I haven't played a Final Fantasy game past 7. So.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy game. I still don't understand. If it's the Final Fantasy, why are there 14 of them?
That's a really good point.
The official answer is it's one really long fantasy.
RJ still doesn't understand the never-ending story.
I haven't seen the Neverending
Yeah, how
Story.
did that have a sequel?
2 sequels.
2 never-ending
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
I'm still on the first one. That was a traumatic experience.
I can't find what they're called, but I know what you mean. Little
Yeah,
fire
they
guys.
are. They do exist. They are real.
Yeah.
Completely apropos of nothing whatsoever, today is not only National Bear Day, but it's also National Coyote Day.
It is National Coyote.
Oh,
Excellent. Contribute.
Scrungly Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, pet your scrung, please.
It's Bear Day and Coyote. When's Zebra? Actually, no, when's Zebra Day?
Actually, you know what? In honor of Bear, I'm going to watch Cocaine Bear.
Okay, next one. Here we go. From Matti, who designed the Leica as a ship? Was it an overall group effort? And how much did RJ come up with?
Most of it.
Yeah, most of it.
I'd say,
No,
60% RJ, 40% group effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The runabout's all Sai. All Tie.
Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah. The shitbox.
I think you did the first artwork for it in SketchUp, didn't you?
Yeah, I still have the original SketchUp model, which I am very slowly transporting to Blender, by which I mean I've done a wireframe and then I lost time, so...
Okay.
Eventually it's going to be a full-on rendered Blender model, which would be very nice, but...
A Blender render.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did one in Google SketchUp, and then I did like a sort of top-down pixelated version in the style of FTL.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So the answer is mostly everyone, a little bit me.
Yeah. Concise.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Although, follow-on question, when's Ryder getting a spaceship? Because she keeps saying, like, she wants her own little craft.
Well, whenever circumstances arise in somebody's campaign where that can happen, because I would like to give Ryder like a little space plane at some point.
Ryder's the only one without her own vehicle at this point. Bath's got the motorbike.
Ryder does have her bike. She just doesn't fetishize it as much as V does their vehicle.
I thought we hawked off all of the free bikes we got to pay.
Oh
for
wait, yeah, no, you are right.
Yeah. So yeah, at the moment, Ryder's the only one who doesn't have their own personal vehicle so far.
I mean, she flies the Leica.
So soon.
That's kind of she treats it like her personal vehicle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
She always has, to be fair. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't like it when Radar moves the seat.
Oh, I was talking
Sometimes
to
radar has to fly.
I was talking about that. I just love the fact that we have a spaceship where V, who is big enough to pick up and yeet Ryder, and Ryder, who is small enough to be picked up and yeeted by V, both fit on the same seat. So I've always just imagined that, like, V will have flown it, and then Ryder will get in and just has to hold down the electric button to move it forwards for, like, a solid minute. It's like...
Yeah. No, she's got her own butt cushion that she brings with her. It's got
Yeah.
her groove in it, and Radar's not allowed to sit on it, so he has to put it to one side when she's not there.
And then she's got to lean down and adjust the pedals and move them up, like, 3 feet.
Wearing, like, wooden blocks on the end of her feet.
All of the control surfaces move in that cockpit. They have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one from Regent. Was Starfinder your first choice when organising a game group, or was there a process? A process.
Process?
No, we got to go because we wanted to play Starfinder.
Yeah, I think... We didn't choose Starfinder. Starfinder chose us.
I didn't know what Starfinder was, honestly. I just knew about D&D and sci-fi D&D. I didn't know there was
like sci-fi D&D in space.
Yeah. And that's kind of...
I joined 2 sessions after you guys started. Cypher was just like, hey, do you want to come and do sci-fi D&D with us? And I was like, hell yeah. And that's how I discovered Starfinder.
I think they're bringing out a expansion in October, which is going to like upgrade some rules and stuff. A bit of a Pathfinder has been called Unleashed, and I guess for D&D it's like Tasha's and Mordenkainen's. But it'll apparently tighten up some rules and introduce narrative ship combat rather than
Yay!
narrative ship combat.
You desperately need a map combat.
They've finally caught up with us.
Yeah. So you don't need dice numbers to make the ship combat work, which is
I think like
actually quite refreshing.
It's like having to move around, like doing maneuvers and stuff. It's like, I get it. If you're playing at home on a table with a nice big hex grid, cool, great. But no, like hardly anyone's doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
just relax, Paizo.
I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle where it's going to be mostly narrative. You'll roll a dice occasionally to where you need an element of chance.
Yeah. Like I want to do a burn. It's like cool, okay. Piloting, roll, go for it.
I kind of like how we do it, honestly, where you have crew actions and then ship actions, and then you just take it in turns that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that up on the fucking fly when you guys bumped into the Guardian and we realised we had no quick play system for it. Hey, it worked.
Yeah, it did.
And we've developed it as a group since then. So,
Kind of refined it since then.
Yeah. Paizo hire us.
Well, they already steal everything else from us.
We need to stop saying that.
We'll stop saying it when it stopped fucking
Super
happening.
hard to network, and it's like fuck Paizo, but also
But also hire us.
Hey,
I never said fuck Paizo.
I did several times, but Paizo also said fuck Paizo. So I'm just following the trend.
Oh, right.
okay. Moving on.
Anyway. Oh, here's a good one. I know Radar mentions he's a mech pilot, but why doesn't he have a mech and the Leica? Or rarely, I guess that's
Really
meant to be.
use power.
Really? He's never used powered armor before. Right, there's multiple reasons. Out of character, it's not something you can really balance with other players. If you've got a mech, generally it will do everything, and I didn't really want to do that. And in character, it doesn't fit in the Leica. We can't find what an outpost said, despite Radar looking for it.
Yeah,
powered armor
fitting in like a whole mech.
Yeah, and powered armor, like Space Marine armor or whatever, is also rare. Certainly, the way I'd run it, it would be incredibly rare to find and very expensive. And Radar's perpetually broke, so that's why.
And also, I guess it needs some kind of resource to keep it running. Like you need to keep it powered, sort of thing.
Yeah, to be honest, he'd probably secretly filch fuel from the Leica, and just sort of see if that worked in there.
Did you say filch?
Yeah, like pinch.
That's a horrible word. I love it.
Have you never?
Do you mean bilk?
Wait, bilk?
Bilking is stealing fuel. BILK.
Bilking?
Yeah, bilking. Bilking? Look it up. Bilking, the definition.
What is the slang?
I don't like any of these words.
Like milking, but with a B?
Yes.
Like milking.
Yes,
You're milking
the
someone's car
police refer to a forecourt
Bugle.
crime as bilking when describing the act of driving onto a petrol forecourt and deliberately driving off without paying.
So actually, it's, according to Google, obtain or withhold money from someone unfairly or by deceit, cheat or defraud. Yeah. So, you drive up, you steal fuel, you're not paying for it. So
Yeah, but then bilking's not specifically about nicking petrol, then.
That's about petrol.
Oh, that's just what the Met Police website says. Apparently it's called bilking.
So if I go into like a newsagent and bilk a Mars bar,
it's pilfer or
same
steal.
thing, really.
Yeah. You'd be filching it, Pan. You'd be
filching
stealing
it,
or pilfering. Yeah.
I'd be trying to nab it, but then I have to pilfer if I got caught. In the end, though,
I've read it.
have to...
I've read it further. Sorry, it would pilfer or steal in a casual way.
See, I'm always very casual when I'm stealing from the corner shop.
Yeah, exactly. All them Cadbury's cream eggs, they're just gone.
Straight in my
So if
pocket.
you're doing it professionally, then you're no longer a filcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a thief.
Yes, you're just a thief.
So dragging us back onto topic, he'd probably filch some fuel out the Leica.
Mm-hmm. And then V would catch him.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well, is that because we're on a spaceship, we need to take weight into consideration, and having a giant mech on the ship would probably slow us way the fuck down, so we need to spend more on fuel.
Also, it just don't fit.
And it wouldn't fit.
Put it on
It
the
just
roof.
doesn't fit. Yeah. Yeah, strap it on the roof.
Yeah.
Like we're going on holiday.
You put a roof rack on.
Every problem will just become,
put it-
hold on, let's go get the mech.
Yeah, we put it next to the cargo pannier and the canoe that we're bringing.
Just means the GM needs to find ways to create situations in which a mech would not solve the problem.
No, because in every situation, is the mech's out of power.
Yeah.
That-
No,
everyone wants to be like,
you create a
"It's out of
situation
power."
in which the mech can't
Nobody
be
wants
used.
to do that every time for every campaign.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
it would have to be, oh, the mech doesn't work, radar's runabout doesn't work, the ship doesn't work. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
It's
Like
exhausting.
there's only so many cool things you can have that you then need to break as a GM so that your players actually focus on the campaign front. Without just frigging railroading them, you know.
Go to the back. The mech has. It got wet. It's
The plug went in
That's
some
it.
Tizer.
Yeah.
You look in the battery pack and the thing's gone red. Ah, shit.
No.
You got to put
Ah,
nice.
rats.
The license
Mechanic's got his arm caught in the fan, the reactor's wet. Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't. It's not been MOT'd, so
Didn't charge it overnight and it's out of power now. It's going to take too long.
Forgot to squeeze the fluffy dice and now it's just exploded. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But yes,
So
I
yeah,
think
that's why.
that's why. That was from Dr. Boom Triple X. And finally, from Dan the GM, I got a question. Why do you always have a clan with you? Is it good luck?
I feel like that's a question for Ryder specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't always have one with me. That was just for Vesk Don't Wear Ties.
No, you know how
It brought us
Vesk.
such luck.
You know how Vesk
Yeah.
are always armed.
So is Ryder.
No, Brunaria always clammed.
Not Brenari.
Fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's Otto Socky.
That could have been very witty, but you fucked it up.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacked it at the last minute.
I'm sorry. I request privacy with my family at this difficult time.
Yeah, I think I listened back to Vesk Don't Wear Ties. I didn't realise it was just an off-the-cuff comment that Ryder had a clan with her.
Yeah.
And honestly, I did forget about it. And Ty saying, oh, this is going to be the thing that makes or breaks the campaign right at the final moment. Foreshadowing. Massive
man.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
The GM never forgets. The whiteboard
Yeah.
remembers for me.
Yep. Players forget, the whiteboard remembers.
The whiteboard sees all.
And yeah, that's all the questions we got at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Questions for each other.
What's up with Ryder's feet?
Oh,
we-
Christ.
Yeah.
People have to know, Pan.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
public have to know.
the thing is, I think, was this what I missed? I wonder if she's got, like, gross suckers attached to her feet.
No, she doesn't. What?
Yeah, you've got the, that graft, that biograft. Unless you walk
mean,
on walls.
She has the sticky feet, but they're not gross suckers.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's
how do you think they look?
Like spider ends.
No, what?
Yeah, you know, like they got
Spider
those
feet,
spiders
I
have those really fine sort of hairs that they use to
Hairy
stop.
feet.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I was going to say like a gecko, like gecko feet, but no, Ryder has spider legs now in my
Oh no, she's a spider possum. That's
spider
great.
possum.
Gecko feet.
Spider Socky.
Oh, wow. Weird.
The spider possum is the one thing that has grossed me out both in and out of character.
Aw,
legitimately.
I quite like them.
I
really?
wake up in cold sweats thinking about spider possums sometimes.
They're adorable.
No. The possums are adorable. A possum with 8 legs and like a spider thorax is not.
It's not got a thorax. It's just got the 8 legs.
It's just got the 8 legs, yeah.
Yeah, but turn it over and look at it upside down. Yeah.
What are you doing that for?
Please do not rotate the spider possums.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the sake of radar sanity, do not rotate the spider possum.
Besides, no wonder you're in distress by it and it's kicking its legs. It doesn't like being turned upside down.
RJ34 from Croydon has a question, and it's not about Ryder's feet.
Wow,
Better not
nice.
be.
What's the most likely way you can envisage your character being knocked off?
Huh. That's an interesting one.
Because I'm fairly certain I have a fairly decent idea what's most likely to kill V.
What, go on.
Go on then.
Fucking with the Leica and blowing themselves up.
Just
It's
blowing
just,
up.
It's just a nat 1 on moving the jiggle that makes the reactor work, and they just fully, like, bumblefuck it, and then the whole ship just explodes and kills them.
They just
Rotating.
Chernobyl themselves.
Yeah.
No, he's demon coring it. They're just rotating the.
That's
friggin'
exactly
protective
what I had
cover
in mind.
And nudge it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Radars is obviously killed by a spider possum.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly now, of course.
At this point,
Spider possums.
multiple.
Yeah. So
I find that less terrifying than one singular one, weirdly, and I don't know why. I guess if there's lots of them, you just kind of resign yourself to the fate. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough, I'm dead. But one singular possum, like, there is a chance.
It's got a knife.
Yeah.
I do think explosions are good to go.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
explosions and crashes.
it's quick. Yeah.
Dying in glorious battle.
yeah.
To the heat of 1,000 suns.
The question is most likely rather than most.
Oh,
I was about to say
right,
most
no,
fun
he's got-
way to die, but
Most
Knowing
preferable.
Radar,
yeah.
he'll probably choke on a piece of pizza.
F to pay respects.
And then lie and say that he died in glorious battle.
Lie to who gets dead?
When he gets to whatever your molten afterlife's still left,
When he gets to Valhalla.
he doesn't go to Valhalla.
Duh.
Stop it!
But you have Die Hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that
So what
just
do you
means
like?
you
You choke on
die
the,
hard.
just choke on the pizza, and it's like, this is taking a really long time.
Yeah, die hard means you can stabilize yourself. It doesn't mean you can not die.
For the amount of, you can spend a stamina point to stabilize yourself. So pizza comes in 10 slices, and there's 9 stamina points on Radar, so one of them might get him.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's wasting stamina points.
I think that's how he'd want to go.
Rest in pepperoni.
Yeah.
Ripping pepperonis.
There you go.
So, what kills Bath?
Explosions.
Oh,
Explosion!
okay. In that case, what kills
Yeah.
Ryder?
Probably well, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. Probably either crashing the ship or meeting a worthy opponent in sword combat, honestly.
But most likely.
Yeah, most likely.
I like how Ryder and V's deaths both take the rest of you with us. Nobody's getting out of this alive.
Ambivalent about this fact, honestly.
I am ambivalent towards good and evil.
Narrator voice. Despite this, we continue to let Ryder fly the ship and V service it.
Yeah.
Yep, with the best you got, damn it.
Well, she did manage to wipe out that.
Yeah.
Never happened.
I don't
It
know.
totally did.
I was so close to referencing it in a completely separate game that took place. So close to referencing it.
Oh. Yeah, well, you didn't.
I didn't.
And also, I'm editing this, so this isn't going in the final cut, so rip.
Or isn't it? Because we all have a copy of this.
Yeah, we've all
I'm
got
gonna
the
release.
recordings.
I'm gonna release the uncut version.
It'll be the
And
uncut
it's-
version of just your voice.
Oh,
It's-
please.
No, the uncut version is just all the bollocks we normally cut out, and
Yeah.
it's somehow
RJ.
twice as long. Yeah.
Yeah, we could
RJ,
put that out for a
be real.
Patreon thing, actually. Just be like,
RJ, you and I
Yeah,
both
yeah.
know that you are much too lazy to do that.
Yes. That is correct.
no, you wouldn't do it.
Actually, no, I would do it because there'd be no effort involved. It's the uncut version. No cutting needs to be done.
Yeah, but it's also got you saying very incriminating things about piracy.
It's not really a crime.
RJ doesn't think that far ahead.
That's a problem for future RJ. I don't
Yeah,
envy that
frankly,
guy.
fuck that
mean-
guy.
Has anyone ever been prosecuted for internet piracy?
Yeah.
Yes!
No, not for hosting it, for downloading it.
Yes.
Bollocks.
Yes!
We need more questions.
I mean, we can just add some more random bullshit that we just talk about anyway, and I can split that in between the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we haven't even talked about random bullshit that we can't apparently not post because it's incriminating.
What do you mean, apparently? It is incriminating.
Like, nobody cares about piracy.
There are some very, very rich people who do.
Who absolutely do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and none of them know who I am, and none of them listen to Cosmopunk, so...
Yet.
Yet.
What do you mean, yet?
Just yet, you know.
They're coming for you, RJ.
Well, good luck.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
They're gunning for your giblets, mate.
They're gonna bilk. Was it bilk? They're gonna,
They're going to bilk your giblets.
They're going to filch your giblets
No.
as you steal.
they're gonna filch one and bilk the other.
I like my giblets unfilched, thank you very much.
Do not fondle my niblets.
Yeah.
What?
You heard.
I did. What did I hear, though?
This is what happens when we run out of questions.
Well, depends. Have we got any other questions?
Well,
that,
I came up
you
with
wanna
one
hear
on the
answers?
fly, it's someone else's turn.
What's the deal
If you say
with
with...
airline food?
Okay, if you said with Ryder's feet, I'd have just hung up.
Just left. Yeah.
Ooh, something else that I've always wondered. I know we've discussed this before, but we've never actually committed it to audio. The alternate forms of all our characters, because we all have a dark timeline for them.
Oh yeah. Right.
See, I've talked about this on. I was going to say on stream already on one of the drift sessions we did already, but I'll let someone else go first.
Yeah.
I think we talked about was this we talking about like the bad end characters?
It depends. Some of them are good ends, some of them are bad ends. But it's basically, if your character hadn't taken a life choice somewhere that led to them being your character.
Yeah, I think we talked about this. I remember Sai talking about how it was that Ryder would be an assassin.
We did this.
We might have done it on a drift session, but the drift sessions don't exist anymore, so...
Yeah, they do. I've got them. They're just...
Well, they're not uploaded anywhere.
Yeah. So we can talk about this.
Yeah. It's that or I'm out of questions, so...
Well, okay, I'll say it again anyway. So, we're pretty sure we may have discussed this in the podcast, but alternate Ryder would be the one who got everything she ever wanted. There's a Gene Wilder line in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It says, "Do you know what happened to the man who got everything he ever wanted? He lived happily ever after." But yeah, if Ryder had left Academy and got some military contract and got absorbed into the industrial espionage complex and just started indiscriminately murdering people for contract money, yeah, she would turn into this cold, heartless killer, essentially, like a sort of a Bond-type character. Yeah, basically, and would probably have been sent to kill V.
Yeah. So they always end up meeting. How romantic.
Yes, but not under the same circumstances.
Yeah. Well, but then the question is, who would have won?
This is something that I would like to do as maybe a one-off RP at some point, where we play our alternate selves.
I'll get you into death matches. I just have to use the right combination of words.
PvP, man.
That being said, I'd really at some point love to do a between podcasts non-canon deathmatch series as well.
Like a Smash Brothers style thing.
Like, I reckon we could take those guys over at Manapot.
Wait, what's a portable door got to do with it?
Portable door?
What?
Did you say portable door?
Manapot.
At Manapot.
Oh, we're talking about inter podcasts deathmatch series.
Free for all.
I could have sworn you said portable door. I was sitting here thinking, is that like a spell? I don't know, or something. I don't know.
The portable door's probably a spell, but
maybe, but also not what I was thinking.
It's also probably a podcast.
Yeah. But which other
podcast at this point?
Other podcasts whose ass we could kick? Hexgrid Heroes.
That's another question. There you go. That's a question. Okay, if you had to kick another podcast ass,
who would you fight?
Podcasts that we could destroy.
Yeah. Are we not done about the alternate selves thing?
Oh yeah, see, we kind of got distracted.
Yeah.
It's a case size editing this one.
Doors.
Yeah, size
okay.
editing this one, so
cool.
Fuck it. Right, who didn't go?
Anyone else?
Yeah. Okay, so I suppose since yours leads into V's, then V. So the marker point would be, instead of Yuasa deciding to kill off everyone at that shop, including V, they didn't do that. V continues to work their way up like the chain and becomes a senior administrator and basically just becomes a war criminal. A war profiteer. Sorry, the good one.
The good one?
Oh, okay.
War profiteer is better than war criminal in my mind.
Neither of them are good, RJ.
Neither of them are good.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
not...
there's degrees, isn't there? Because a war profiteer is just being.
RJ,
they're both evil.
Bad.
Yeah, but
the degrees are all in the bad.
War criminal is worse than a war profiteer.
Yeah, but again, the degrees are all in the bad.
Yeah, so Evil V is basically a war profiteer working for Yuasa, probably raking in fat stacks until Ryder is sent to kill them.
Yes.
Probably by another corporation.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just, I mean, we can cut this or whatever, but I can't talk about stuff because that hasn't happened yet.
Oh. Well, talk about it and I'll bleep out bits of it.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's just going to be one long constant bleep noise, isn't it?
For legal reasons, the following section of this podcast has been edited to redact certain elements.
To protect the parties involved.
no, I mean, obviously, if the party was involved, then they wouldn't have picked her up from because they wouldn't have been there. So she'd have either stayed there or been put back into with no oversight. Or if she loses after becoming like herself, I think we had that she was like she just ended up becoming a dragon and mind controlling people to be happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dark.
Our evil selves go hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like take over like a small country and just be like everyone's always happy.
It's a dark cyberpunk sci-fi universe. I think our characters turning out the way they did is the best possible scenario.
Yeah, I love how gritty as we are with a less dark version. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ty.
Oh yeah, Radar. Radar would probably end up as some kind of weird biomechanical cyborg back in the mists of time who'd just get blown up on a planet. Probably.
Yeah, pre-gap.
So he'd be long dead. You'd find bits of him, you know.
Yeah, no more or less evil, just more dead.
Yeah, and like it would all be like semi-logosy and horrid and just
So you'd
nasty.
find bits of Radar at a sort of archaeological dig on some planet. A xenobiological dig.
Yeah.
Also...
Yeah, but it'd be like still alive.
Ugh.
Yeah. Because Logos can do that thing, can't he? Where he just turns to bits.
Oh, a bit like the Thing.
Yeah.
Only it's
A lot like the Thing, yeah, but it's a lot more biomechanical Geiger-esque style to it rather than just
Gribbly.
flesh lump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
That Japanese one, Tetsuo, the Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that's a weird movie.
Am I good?
Yeah, really weird movie.
Oh, see, I was just thinking of Akira.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Akira works too. Probably also more people will get it.
Yeah, let me have a look at some of the things. Yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah.
I have
There's
another
two of
question.
them. The second one is.
I have another question as well.
More so.
Yeah. Go on, Si.
Favorite drinks of all of the crew?
Ooh.
Could be alcoholic or otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, so V has been working on this drink. They call it the Night Owl.
This isn't V's drink.
Only
This is
us
RJ's
understand that
drink.
reference.
Yeah, this is you. This is you.
Yeah,
that's you.
true.
Yeah.
Although I did come up with... Sorry, no, go.
I was going to say, Radar is a big fan of Vesk whiskey, having discovered it on Conqueror's Forge. And it turns out you can buy it in pints, but it's not recommended.
Yeah.
But he has, I think he's still got some of that pint left that he's savouring occasionally.
We need to get you a seeing eye dog.
What?
For all the blindness.
It didn't make Radar blind.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
It made
Twice.
Ryder blind.
No, it
No,
made you
it made
blind.
you blind.
Did it make Radar
Yeah.
blind?
The only reason that you could see is because you have a cyborg eye and that can't get drunk.
Oh, then he's not blind, is he?
Yes.
No, he can see. He has a cyborg eye.
Organically blind.
Yeah.
Not going to dispute the massive hangover. But yeah, it was fun and worth it, and he'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Troubling.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's V's drink?
V's actual drink would be... it would probably involve some kind of methanol.
Right.
Are you just going to give us the chemical compound of your drink?
No, I mean,
a very V thing
it would be
to
the
do.
sort of thing that V would synthesize it. It would probably involve potatoes because we have a lot of them on the ship for some reason.
Oh, V's one of those fussy synth alcohol guys.
He's got a fucking IPA brewery.
that
in the
was it.
basement.
Yeah, they've got every fucking drink looks like a puzzle because they're making it to, and nothing actually you can drink it. It's just like there's the hydrogen cloud of alcohol or some bullshit.
The hydrogen cloud.
Okay, but alcohol and
Yeah.
nebulizer, first of all, is great fun, and second of all, we've actually referenced this. V has a still on the Leica because I've referenced it before. So it would be
course,
it would be Leica brew gin. It would be V's drink.
Like a gin.
Yeah.
Well, and also this is another reason why we can't fit Radar's mech into the Leica 7 because V has a still and a diesel refinery and a rotisserie chicken
And a
cooker
van.
No, sorry,
and a van.
it's right. It turned.
I mean, I hope they would be on the ship. I hope they'd be like behind the bar.
It turns out that distilling fuel and distilling alcohol use a similar enough process that V's just
Very
multitasking.
same.
They're just using the same machine for both, and the gin comes out slightly diesely,
God.
and the diesel comes out slightly ginny. But in the round,
Oh god.
yeah.
Multiple
Yeah,
explosives.
so yeah,
happening.
gin that tastes slightly diesel fuel is V's drink.
For Ryder's one, I think we've got the sort of the classic, the Ackerton Sunset is one that I say that Ryder likes to drink. I've actually made that in my cocktail shaker as well. But I also think she's got something that she's making behind the bar as well that she just calls rocket fuel. And she doesn't quite remember how she made it, but it's incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Is that the one we have to keep in the wooden bottle because it eats glass?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Bath?
Beth she likes her Synthahol. You can make all kinds of drinks out of it, and you can tune it to how alcoholic you want it to be.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forget that you can basically customize your drink with Synthahol.
Yeah, so she's probably, she probably actually does do the nonsense chemistry bartender thing because she can.
But Synthahol comes with an app, and everything is on a slider.
She's just there, like, spending ages graduating this drink through several colours just because she can.
Yeah. Sometimes it all slides to the left. It's just a very fat drink with a weird head.
It's got like a hue slider for the colours.
Yeah. I think she likes having a bit of the old booze.
Yes. What was your question, RJ?
Shit. What was my question?
Or have you immediately forgotten it?
I was thinking about alcohol. Oh god, what was my question? I should have written it down.
Oh, I got one actually. If there was a second campaign, what characters would you make just on the fly?
Oh, on the fly.
Huh.
I've answered this.
Oh, you're Swole Bantred.
Yeah, Swole Bantred. Yeah.
Swole Bantred.
Yeah.
But would you stay a mechanic and a soldier, or would you change?
Oh no, I'd look at some of the expanded classes and see if anything else grabbed my attention. I was thinking Swole Bantred, but he's like not wizard, but just like self-augmentation spells.
Yeah, I mean there is the evolutionist where you can literally augment yourself with the parts of other things you find.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So buff Bantred evolutionist.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
I
What about you, RJ?
would make it's not called a chronomancer. What is it? The ones that fuck with time. Precog. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I saw the one that turned up on Horizons of the Vast, who was just like, yeah.
Oh, Rigel, yeah.
That was it, Rigel. Like, stupidly high-powered. Just like, the ability to manipulate time on the fly through the Starfinder system makes you basically very, very, very powerful.
Well, you only get a certain amount of time to do it. I think like power on emergency power, I can do like 6 times and that's it. It's not like I can be like, anytime I feel like it. It's just going to make sure I get nothing but 20s.
Wow. So you're basically the main character from Braid. You just wind
yeah,
time
only
back.
without the terrifying realization at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Well, you basically you roll a bunch of dice and you get to keep those numbers and you can change things. So if you're like your friend rolls a 2 on stealth, you can rewind time and say, actually, you got a 17.
Never happened.
Exactly.
Dice.
Even if you can only do it 6 or so times, it's still a really powerful ability.
No, it's handy when it is. I think it's really made for support though. Like you feel like you'd be powerful with it, but there's so many times that people fuck things up just as the way the game goes, and you can do something about it. You lose all the points.
V needs their person. V needs a personal precog. Yeah,
personal
just
precog.
someone to follow them around and fix all their shitty dice rolls.
Wow.
Is that right? Buy new dice.
Buy new dice.
Nah, I want a personal precog. I'm going to name him Gary, regardless of what his actual name is.
This is your side character. This is Gary the precog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who will now be V's, I don't know,
Their ward.
valet.
Sidekick, essentially.
Oh no, which is going to be 2 Vs basically.
Nah, I'll have to come up with a personality
What's
for Gary
Gary
the
going to be
precog.
then? There's got to be a race and species and.
It'd be a Skittermadder, wouldn't they?
Yeah, a Skittermander would be.
Oh
that would
yeah,
fit
Skitterman the precog.
Gary the Skittermander precog.
Yeah.
See, I've got a character concept, but I don't know what class they would be, what they would fit into in the Starfinder universe.
What's the concept?
I think I've talked to you guys about this before. I've got this idea where you have like a genie, somebody who would have granted wishes and lives in a bottle or something, but their god that gives them their powers was killed during the gap. So they no longer have to grant wishes to people, but they still have some of their powers.
So you just want to be a really, really powerful caster.
I want to be like a magic user, essentially,
Right.
but with some of the rules changed.
I think if you want to go hard, Witch Warper's pretty good, especially once they do the update. But you've got the problem is that it's a lot of fine tuning, and you can't really help but min max as a Witch Warper.
Oh sure, but I mean, I add flaws to my characters anyway. Ryder certainly has her flaws.
V doesn't have flaws; they're perfect.
Yeah. I think the main thing is that just remember that you've got a certain amount of spell slots, and you can always like twist a spell to be like it does this instead because Kaido says so, and usually you'll be like yeah, cool with it. But
I think with magic users, it's more about what the character sheet or what the spell sheet doesn't say.
Doesn't say you can't do.
Yeah.
We do a lot of RP magic anyway, but also that Hephaestus thing's got loads of like alternate takes on set classes. So like you can use
that's one thing about Starfinder is there are a lot of sub-styles.
Yep.
Like you can make one thing and be like, cool, I'm this guy, and somebody else can make the same class and make a completely different character.
Yeah.
That's like how V and Radar both started off as engineers. Mechanics.
Yeah.
And now they're very different.
Radar became more soldiery.
Yes.
I actually think we're all multi-classing at this point, aren't we?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Ryder's not.
No. Ryder is pure operative.
That's why she's a blender.
Yes.
Like, I mean, people tell me that Starfinder and Pathfinder aren't designed for multiclassing, and there is a lot of choice and opportunity, but it can be daunting. More daunting to be like, I'll just dab in into cast so I can get some magic spells, rather than like hitting harder.
Yeah.
Because all the choice in Starfinder can be paralyzing.
Yeah, I think choice paralysis is definitely real when it comes to Starfinder stuff. That's why I think you've got to have a character concept that you start off with and then try and build a character around that using the classes and systems.
Sure. Like, I think I've played a lot of characters now. Like, I'm really enjoying playing Grey Lance, who is a Vanguard.
Ah.
Yeah, he's just a big... no, is it Vanguard? Or am I thinking of... Crap, wait. Yeah, it's Vanguard. He's Vanguard. Which is just basically being like a paladin, but you get entry points to do cool extra hits. Basically smites. He's fun. Big, tough frontline guy. Yale playing as do you remember Toffee, the Astrozoan? They look like starfish.
Oh, yeah, shapeshifter.
The shapebender.
Yeah. So I played Yale, who was one, and they're great fun. Like, as long as you don't mind looking like a creepy monster thing when you're not changing. I mean, it's just great fun to be like, I'm gonna change just one end of my tentacle to be a mouth, just to be creepy about
just
it.
to freak this person out.
Yeah.
Get an intimidate
Like
roll.
they're not great stat wise, but just for the fun of it, being able to transfer any part of your body for fun, it's good luck.
Oh, another character I might consider doing is like a battle monk. You know my character Victoria, the big horse.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just like a hard hitter.
Or a barbarian.
Is there a barbarian class in Starfinder?
I'm not sure.
No, but you can twist soldier and Vanguard to be pretty much the barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing, like a heavy hitter, a bare fist fighter sort of thing.
Yeah. The only one I haven't really tried is Nanosite.
Nanomachines.
Like, RJ, you've played a Biohacker, right?
I have.
How'd you find that?
It's good fun. And again, it's a very supporty class, and you're going to be doing no damage to anyone. But you can keep your entire team alive, which is nice.
Yep, that's very fun. We talked about Envoy already. Evolutionist was a fun one where you like basically grow body parts to do what you want.
Huh.
You get evolutionist points. There are some good like minuses as well that you can go berserk because of it and so on. It's a bit like Cyberpunk when he gets all his chromed up.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with like bioengineered stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to say that kind of makes the Astrozoan species a bit redundant.
No, because Astrozoans are more about changing form. Like you can look like a Yosoki or a human or a Lashunta. They're not about like having a knife for an arm or a club for a leg. You're still fairly squishy. You're designed to be. They're caster races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're designed to be like you hide a lot and then you shoot people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So we talk about mechanics. Yeah, you guys are mechanics. We talk about mechanics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mystics done that already as well. I know that Mystics did get a big boost recently, but again, it's a lot of math.
Yeah, not enough.
I don't know about nanosites. Never played one. We've done operatives where you are the best.
Blender.
Precogs we did because I wanted to be Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Solarians. Now Solarians are cool. So you have to believe this again, but with Solarian, with her big old.
Okay.
But they can do a lot of damage with what's going on.
Yeah.
Like if the fight goes on long, they can do a lot of damage.
Yep.
They're kind of the most Jedi-esque, I guess.
Space was.
Yeah, kind of. Soldier is Soldier, but again, they've had a lot of like updates to things they've released as well, make them more nuanced.
I did just have a look at something quickly on Hephaestus with the soldier, and you can make what's his name from Fist of the North Star, the white-haired dude with the blue lines that come out his fingers. I forgot his name. As a
not
soldier.
Kenshiro, the other one.
Yeah, not Kenshiro, the other one.
No, Rouse's brother. The other one, yeah.
You know who I mean, but
Yeah.
it looks like you can make that as a soldier.
Yeah, you can really go hard if you want to make like a martial class.
Yeah.
That might be something I might do.
I think they should probably. Soldiers obviously fighter, but they can't call it fighter.
Yeah, we're going to make it more sci-fi.
Yeah.
So they just put soldier in there.
Technomancer, that you get the spells. Fuck it, bleep it. Vanguard, I talked about already. You're basically paladins with smites. It's pretty nice. The good thing is as well about Vanguard is that you don't have to hit them with your sword to do the extra smite damage. As long as you can touch them, you just do the damage.
Yeah, because which I think I had that as I think it was Irian Duck, wasn't it? From one of my old campaigns where they just have to touch you and
you're basically taking a sword damage from them and just like flicking you or headbutting you or whatever, which is pretty fun. Witch Warpers are good fun if you like to fuck with everything all the time. In fact, you know what? Have you guys seen that movie Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yeah.
No.
That's Witch Warpers.
Okay.
So there's a bagel.
There is a Babel. That's part of their lore. But at the end of the day, they are just situational casters. A lot of their stuff is very flavory, but I took it because obviously, like with the whole alternate realities and different worlds thing, going Witch Warper made the most sense.
Yes, and I may have plans for someone who was a Witch Warper in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if I had a different character, apart from the ones I've already made, I wouldn't mind making like a Trox or something.
Trox?
Are they Troxes? Those big guys that live in Ekaton, like 4 arms.
Oh, no, they're called Shobads.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, right.
The big stone dudes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to bleep this, but...
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of them. Probably, like, as much as I'm like, oh shit, being an operative just means you do all the damage and all the stuff. I feel like my style of play, I just like want to be the guy that runs in and hits things hard. So probably I'd go stick with Vanguard or something.
Yeah.
Unless I read Nanosight and it's like, oh, you get cool shit. Like if I can use Nanosight and just basically be Venom.
I mean, we always say this that operatives are so overpowered. I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, none of us.
No,
dude.
It's just the way the game is.
They're not overpowered. It's just the situations we often find themselves in. That's where they're good.
Operatives are OP as fuck. It's like a known fact. Paizo have admitted it and said, yeah.
You just put somebody on a jetpack 20 feet in the air.
They said themselves, they've been like, it was like the first class we made, and it's really good, right?
Ain't got the power of flight. That's what Ryder needs next.
She does have the power of flight. She has jump jets.
Yeah,
they are taking a nerf in the new book of some kind. But
really?
That's all like supplemental, of course. But they are taking a slight nerf, but they are getting more stuff.
Oh, okay, that could
a
be
nerf,
interesting.
but here's your compensation stuff.
Yeah, basically, it's like, sure, we're going to minus the billion you get for everything, but also here's some cool shit. Here's like a jetpack and a fucking extendable pole, and when you hit level 11, you can travel through time and space, or whatever it is.
An extendable pole.
Yeah. We're taking one of the many D6 that you have, but hey, here's a tactical nuclear device. So
Here's a little grabby arm so you can reach stuff off the top shelf.
Yeah, you can travel through time and space and then grab things off the shelf. Perfect.
Yep.
Use level 5 feet and level 11 feet. Job done.
You can no longer put the biscuits on a high shelf so Ryder can't get them.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why she got the sticky feet.
But yeah, I think they're going to try and there's a new class coming out as well, actually. Which
Another one?
Don't forget that this game has become quite popular quite quickly for a tabletop game. So they put it out there and they're like, shit, people are actually buying it. Here's the rest of the game.
Here's more of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how I see it. Again, I'm not saying fuck Paizo. I'm just saying I think you made a mistake.
Just diplomatic way of putting it. Just slow down. I think honestly, people will come to it and consume it because, as you said, more people are staying at home and playing D&D over Discord.
But it has to grow.
Yeah, I mean there are already like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 13 classes, so we say 14 for this new one coming out. But then each class has 12 subclasses.
Yes, it has to grow every single time. If it doesn't grow, then you've failed.
Well, this is the thing, though. It's Pathfinder's whole thing. It's not Pathfinder's whole thing, rather. It's been, maximum choice. So I get it. It's, cool. Because, like I said, you could sit down for a good few hours and build a character that can do everything and is amazing at half of the things. And sure, you'd have to be the guy that makes me wait 10 minutes while you take a turn. But it's doable.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of boring, though.
Yeah, no, it's still boring, but the fact that you can do it is there.
Characters with flaws are much more fun.
I mean, you could just make that guy a moron. So, you'd basically be building Inspector Gadget. Always wins, somehow dumb.
That's a great description for Inspector Gadget.
It's Cosmopunk.
Yeah, he's got a gadget for everything. So it's just cool. I use all these crazy feats, but by the way, my guy's dumb as bricks. So
God, I could do that with the Bantrid.
You totally could.
Yeah.
Inspector Bantrid.
Inspector Bantrid. I'm going to draw all of his art now will only be in film noir, black and white.
He's got Trilby on now.
Yeah, a Trilby, a raincoat. Yeah.
Oh, that's Size character from our Spectrum Cthulhu game.
Inspector Bantrid.
No, you know the black and white spy who lives in a council estate?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a memory.
Yeah. It was he designed
What was his name?
I can't remember that much.
I've forgotten his name.
I remember I was the dumb girl from not French and Soldiers, some British sitcom, just playing for laughs.
Absolutely Fabulous.
I think it's Ab Fab. No, it's the one with the bald guy and the tall guy.
Shit.
Fuck, no, I got nothing.
Hang on, bald guy and tall guy. Channel 4?
Wasn't played by Matt Lucas, was he?
Oh, Matt Lucas, that's the guy.
No.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
What's the show he was on?
I don't know.
Little
Just
Britain.
short bald
That's the
guy.
one,
That's
Little
Matt
Britain.
Lucas. Oh God, Little Britain. Oh yeah, that show.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a shame because Matt Lucas has been brilliant in other stuff. But he always
Early
remembered for his
2000s.
Little Britain.
Was a hell of a time.
He played Thénardier in Les Mis. He was really good.
Yeah, I think it's one of those shows where you're just I think a lot of British comedy at the time was very much sure, I get it.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
I get where you're going with this. All right.
It was infuriating because I don't know. I've worked in some places where that have been great and have had a good sense of humour and we've all got along, but there have been some offices and studios I've worked in where the sense of humour went exclusively towards Borat impersonations and Little Britain humour.
Oof. Ugh.
Yeah. My wife.
No thanks.
Yeah, just I have to get out of here.
How did we get onto this?
I don't know. I don't even remember what the question was at this point.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
So reverse back. It was what kind of character would you make otherwise? RJ made his polar bear. Ty made a small Bantrid. No, you made your precog, RJ.
Yeah, I feel like we've combined some questions at this point because there was
Yeah.
We basically answered the same question twice, but in different ways.
Yeah, I think we should.
This is going to be fun to edit.
Yes,
I
it
think
is. Have fun with
it's-
this.
Yeah.
I think we can stop recording there, though, guys. I think we've got.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, I remembered what my last question was.
Oh no.
Oh, God!
Your character's favourite movie.
What? No, that doesn't work. We have to make one up.
What? Oh, I have a favourite movie from my OC.
Okay, cool.
It's Godzilla.
Well, yeah.
Of course it's Godzilla. We knew that. It's come up in the podcast already.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that one.
That's in the public
yeah.
space.
So what's the answer for the rest of your characters?
Well, Godzilla, because Ryder showed it to V.
I don't know, something.
Radar's probably going to say Godzilla because I don't think he's seen any other movies,
Bruh.
and he didn't really enjoy that one.
Right, okay, never mind, we're cutting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Carl used to like daft movies. So
Pan, just say Godzilla.
Just say Godzilla. It's all.
All right, but I think we can stop recording there and just talk.
Yeah.
Sure.
This bit.
Right, RJ, do you want to do your famous outro?
Yeah, there you go. Said the thing.
That's it for now. Go away.